Definitely needs a new outrigger there. Let's get into the chassis. This fairy freewheeler had the 3 pins were broken inside, so that's got to be repaired. I've done all the wheel cylinders, the brake wheel cylinders, so the brakes are working all around now. This locker works, a freewheeler, see, freewheel, lock it, and then it drives. Got a little bit of rust there on that spring hanger, all under the wheel arch. The bulkhead is all solid. There's nothing wrong with it, it's all surface rust. That outrigger's gone, but not as bad as the other side, even though it's got a little hole there and underneath. And into the chassis, so that'll need a new outrigger on there. The engine cross member is completely gone at the bottom and sides. The gearbox mount is good, there's nothing wrong with that. And the top cross member for the PTO hole has gone at the bottom as well, and there's a couple of holes in the chassis that need doing, but that's all. Bodywork's good. Bit of a dent here on this front wing, but we can get that back out. No problem. It's probably going to have more dents. We've got a dent here, a dent there, got a dent across here with some body filler in it. We'll get that off. It's got a dent here, it's been nudged, dent on the top, bit of a dent there, bit of a dent here and here. And that support there has got a bend in it, so that needs doing. There's a tiny hole there in the footwell bulkhead, and a little one over there, but that's it for the bulkhead. Steering's good. The usual grot in the, someone's put bloody body filler in there, the usual grot in the window bottom frame, but I'll put that back in, that looks better. Yeah, the usual rot in there on the bottom of the window frame, that's not unusual, but as for the rest of the frame, it's all pretty good, solid. It is. Yeah, I think the door channel needs replacing. Oh no, that's the rubber window strip, so that needs replacing. But as for the rest of the window, it's fine. That window over there is in the workshop, but that's fine. The whole of the window is. So there's that little hole in the bulkhead here. So that needs taken care of. This not going very far, it's only a tiny hole. Everything else is just surface rust and a tiny hole there. A couple of tiny holes there that somebody's put some plastic over. So yeah, we can replace that. Everything else on the floor is solid. So that's all we need to contend with on the bulkhead. Obviously it needs new seats, but I can use that base and this top with a new cover on it for the middle seat and get 2 new outside ones. The dash has seen better days, but that can be repaired and then recovered. Someone's cut a hole there for God knows what, and they've cut the top of the dash out across here to fit the stereo, but that can be taken care of, it's no problem. And there's a bit of wear on the corner there, but that's not a problem. Gearbox housing, tunnel, all solid. Seat box is all solid, there's no rot inside. There's the output helical gear is missing, but we've got one of them on order, and you can see that cross member there is good apart from down below. That'll be okay. We'll replace that. You can see that chassis rail there, this side is fine, looks good. Handbrake works. All the dash is just pulled out, but everything is there. Clocks and the binnacle and all the switches are all hanging there, and the plastic surround is there. We now have a brake pedal and a working clutch pedal with the spring attached, and a new spring tab that holds the spring. So yeah, so we can use that base with that seat back and they'll be fine. Whoops. Everything under the bonnet is fine, there's no rot in there. I think that had a spotlight on it, so that's got to come out. And I don't think there is a bolt over that side, but I've got 2 anyway. I've got the window wipers, I've got the little, if you see over on that one, there is a an adapter for the window wiper, but I've bought 2 new ones, so with window wipers. The seal for the flaps is a bit crusty and hard, so they need replacing later on. We've got this fresh cobweb here, that's nice. These all work now. The heater controls, they're all working. Yeah. So these doors are good. Bottom rail's good. It's just split a bit there, so that needs tacking, welding back up, and then a little splash of weld across there. But it looks pretty good. And we've got the door check and bracket missing, so we've got to get one of them. Obviously all these seals are going to need replacing, but it's all superficial. This seat's knackered, the sponge is gone. Seat belts work, it's solid at the back there, nothing wrong with that. It's solid all round the back window, they even work. Got the fuel can, doodah. Get this out. Yeah, that comes out. Looks pretty good in there. Smells lovely. Need a new seal on the cap. But it works. And that's it. Oh, and a load of dents in the roof, obviously, from where people have been sitting on it, I think. And seals all round. Yeah, so the perishables have perished all the way. Got a good roll cage in it, good solid roll cage. That is in there for life. I don't even think it's... oh, it is bolted in. It is bolted in. So it can be removed to be refurbed, well, repainted rather. The door, back door works. Back door works fine. Apparently that's an original light lens, and that's not. So I've replaced with one of those style here. I really do want the badge. If anybody's got one and they want to sell it, then just drop me a comment, and we come to a deal on that. There's a little bit of a bend here, I think, in the back cross member, because it tucks in a little bit there. Get my fingers in, but not here. So I think it's had a bit of a knock on there. We can straighten that out, no problem. You probably see underneath if it's got a little crease in it. Yeah, there's a crease there, look, and a crease up the top. So that's easily straightened out. Yeah, so the main chassis rails that go obviously from end to end of the vehicle are in really good condition, bar a couple of holes. And it's had a patch here, but that can be cleaned up so it's unnoticeable. But everything else is fine. Yeah, the body mount brackets. Body mount brackets, you know, they're all still good metal. The tub rails, they're all still good. I think they're galvanised anyway, even though they're showing signs of some surface corrosion. They can be cleaned up and painted or replated, but I think we'll just clean them up and put some silver paint on, because they unbolt from the tub, I think. I don't think they're riveted on, I think they're bolted on. Let's have a look. Well, you can't see because it's under the wheel arches. That bracket's got a bend in it there, so that'll have to be straightened out. The rails for the tub and the floor that go from the tub to the front bulkhead, they're actually solid and still galvanised, and I'm very surprised at that. So yeah, they should come apart pretty easy without too much drama. I think we need some new door pins as part of the course. Yeah, that ain't even got a bolt in, so we'll need to put the bolts in there. I think my new jack is that new jack there, that little jack there, 3 ton my arse. They're about bloody 2 inches in diameter, the body. Cheap rubbish. And that one, it's been under the car for about 3 days. I know the car's heavy, it's got the engine on it, but it's starting to leak. Anyway, that's crap. Anyway, the leaf springs are all good. They're not heavily corroded. Yeah, they are surface rust, but they're not heavily corroded, and they still have a bend in them, and they're not bending the other way. So they're good. These spotlights are... I've got a tab missing out of there and a tab there, but I think they can, actually they might only have, well, I don't know, but they can be refurbished, as in the reflector at the rear can be painted, re-chromed, but they're probably not expensive to replace. I would say about 30 quid. But every other light is fine, there's nothing broken there, so that's a bonus. And the rubber's still good on them. The rubbers are still good on them as well. God, there's lots of growth on this car. So much growth. The lichen, moss and the lichen. I'm a liking it. Got a spotlight up there. And a big spotlight up there. That's a handheld one that they've put on with an exhaust clamp. Well, the bracket's there, but they've just put an exhaust clamp over it. So that can be repaired and wired up properly. Yeah, we've got the window for here. We've got new seals on the way for both of the corner windows. Like I say, I've got the window for here, the door top with the glass. I've got the piece of glass for over there in that door too. So yeah, we just basically got a list as long as my arm at the end of the day for stupid silly stuff, like screws for the binnacle, screws for the cowling cover, a bolt for the steering, a nut for the steering wheel, you know, the reservoir tank for the radiator, the expansion tank, that was missing, the bonnet bracket, bottom bracket was missing, you know, a couple of drive shafts, half shaft seals, a light cover, some seals for the brake, for the rear brake cylinders. Yeah, bits and bobs, but time is what's, you know, on the cards. Anyway, that's a look at this Series 2A. It looks like a 3, but it's not. And we have the what they call a razor edged bonnet on it. So there you go, thanks for looking. And if you've got one of them badges for the rear, the emblem, then drop me a line, drop me a comment. Okay, see you later, bye.